Whether it's manifesting a person, whether it's manifesting an energetic body. By that I mean that you want to be like somebody, or you want to be that version of you, or you want to align with someone that looks like the energy that you're looking for. That's why they say that you attract who you really are, or what you are, into your life, because nothing can ever be deceived, or you can't be deceptive towards the universe. You may question, like, it's been so many years, I've been working on myself, why don't I feel like that, or why hasn't my external reality changed about it or towards it? The clue is in how you feel every day. The clue is the way you wake up, the way you sleep. What are your daily routines? Do you feel well rested? Do you feel safe within yourself? If you're looking at a situation where you're like, why doesn't this person treat me well, or why don't I have good friends, or why don't I have this quality or that quality, or why don't I have what they have, you have to see the type of energy that they have. You may be envious, jealous, you may try to pull a wool over your own eyes, but you know deep down, where you're looking at something that's outside of you, you automatically have created the distinction that this is outside of me. So you're going to look at the other person, you're going to see that goal as something that you can't possibly have, because you're already seeing it as a separation inside. The feeling that you're looking for, it's not a gimmick when people say that the feeling that you're looking for should be within you before it comes outside. Your inner reality, your inner world is creating how your life is showing up. Whether you're looking for a physical move, whether you're looking for a growth in your bank balance, whether you're looking for a greater partner, whether you're questioning, why don't I have this, why haven't I been able to have this. A lot of times people try to duplicate what other people have done. Like, it's like following this herd mentality, that I'm going to do what everybody else has done, or it seems like they have it, so I'm going to follow their path. But you forget that your genetic composition, your DNA, is a makeup of every person that has lived before you. So basically your genes are carrying cells, right? So your cells are carrying these information of data that every person before you, basically bodies before you. So for me, it would be that the body of my parents, and then my grandparents and great grandparents, and then it comes along with all the ancestors. Every person reacts to their surroundings, right? People react to their surroundings with the best of what they have. So adaptability and survivability are two components at which evolution takes place. Adaptability is when a person just has to change by hook or crook, or they get left behind. So if you're someone that's looking at life as, let's see, inflation or economy, you can't be criticizing everyone that things are so expensive and I can't afford it and you need to lower your prices. No, you're going to have to automatically adjust yourself according to the prices. You're going to have to adjust your budget. You're going to have to earn more if you want to eat well. You know what I mean? You can't be blaming everything on the external reality and being like, this is just not in my hands, so I'm just going to give up. That is exactly what happens when your emotional body is not being adjusted to what your life requires of you. This is exactly what they say, is to swim with the flow of it rather than going against the streamline. Because when you're going against the streamline of life, you are the one that's at a deficiency, at a disadvantage in life, because life is asking you to adapt. And that's what comes as your basic human evolution. You're going to have to learn how to adapt with the flow of life, what is being asked of you. There's a very, very simple saying that goes around, like, the person who doesn't change does get left behind. And this is the concept of adaptability. You're learning how to adapt to your circumstances, what's being asked of you, and let go of what is not required of you anymore. It just means that there was a version of me in the past that was very well suited according to these circumstances, but now that doesn't add up. If you're going to look at someone that's from the stone age, that person is going to be absolutely fucking clueless in this world of, digital and technology and how things really work right now. Their skills are valid, but they're not going to be as applicable as they're required today. So you're looking for a manifestation to come into fruition. It's like kind of like a job application. Again, another lousy example, but it really explains what I'm trying to say. They're looking for specific skills. So if you don't have those skills, if you don't fit that job, you're not going to get that job. That job might be really good, that job might have flexible hours, yada yada yada. But the thing is that job requires you to have these specific credentials. It works the same way in life. You're trying to get that type of relationship, but you don't have those qualities within yourself. You want someone that's secure, you want someone that doesn't flirt around, is loyal, or has their own stability. Then you have to be stable yourself, because how can you ask for something that you don't have within you, right? So aligning with the life that you really want requires you to add those qualities within yourself. It's not about cribbing and sitting and cribbing like, oh, this never happens for you. You don't have to sit and crib about it. You have everything you need. I think that people really really struggle in seeing how their needs are already being fulfilled. And I say this with experience, because I also used to come from a place of victim mindset, and I understand it happens because, first of all, you've been introduced to a vast majority of mentality that operates on scarcity. Most of the people operate on a scarcity mindset. They think that they're not good enough, this is not good enough, this is not enough. Like, everything revolves around just being cranky about things that they don't have or they can't personally cultivate, because mind has already drawn a ceiling limit of it. And this is what happens to people who don't learn how to adapt. You don't have to beg, borrow, steal anything. You can automatically, seriously invite all of those things within you just by how you start repairing your relationship with yourself. The universe is a genie, but the universe is a replica of the way that you feel about yourself. So if you're someone that's like being really nice to yourself, you're someone that genuinely practices self-care, you're someone that feels safe with yourself. A question that people should ask themselves, or you as a viewer should really ask yourself: do you feel safe with yourself? When you're asking like, oh, this person didn't take care of my feelings, this person did not value me, this person did not I told them how I really feel, I was vulnerable, this is where I come from, this person did not value me, or they weren't paying attention, or they weren't considerate, or they weren't loyal, or they weren't a good friend, and things like that. When you're seeking that safety outside of you, what you're inherently telling yourself inside is that I am not safe with myself. Like, are you creating that safety when you know that you need to stop interacting with these people, or you need to stop going for that job, or you need to change something inside and inculcate a more abundant mindset? It simply means that I am going to take care of myself right now because this is my utmost priority. That version of you, or that dream life that you're trying to look for, which is abundant, it's like leisure like, it's got comfort, it's got money, it's got loving people, that doesn't come from the outside. That doesn't always come from a Pinterest board. A Pinterest board, or a mood board, or a vision board, or a dream vision board, whatever you'd like to call it, has got to be a reminder of what you're moving towards, rather than something you just took out, you pasted it, you got a collage made, and you're like, okay, I'm just waiting for the universe to make it happen. It doesn't really happen like that. It happens in small frictional moments. Like, um you're having the same argument with that one person about something that you're like, no, you change that. But you're not asking yourself, well, what needs to be changed within, because this is not the outcome that I like. You don't have to keep asking life to give you what you really want. You said it once and it was acknowledged. It's that easy. I think that people don't notice how quickly their dialogue is being received by the universe. You're talking about something good or bad, it's being received, it's being registered. You're thinking about yourself that I can't do it, it's being registered. Your body is going to reflect that back to you. You're feeling sick and you're like, oh my god, I'm falling sick. It's being registered. Your immunity wants to heal itself or needs time to recover, and you're like, no, this is too bad, I won't be able to. It's going to happen like that. So it's a process of patience and marathon. You're trying to upgrade your software to a person that you've never been, which means that it requires a lot of perseverance and patience. Your results someday are going to amount to something monumental, and they're going to show you that this is happening for you, but you have to be consciously available to the signs that are being presented to you. One of the key factors that I'm going to give you is work on your verbal communication. The way that you really talk to yourself makes paramount paramount amount of difference in the way that you're being perceived by yourself and the universe. Even if you have a hypercritical sense of talking to yourself, you have to interject, you have to tell yourself to stop, you have to filter out your parents' voices, your teachers' voices, your friends' voices, your shitty exes, shitty people around. You have to take out that shame and you have to replace it with compassion, no matter how difficult it is, because that information has been stored at a cellular level, and it's the way that your body reacts. There is a distinction that you have to see from here. This part of your brain is talking to you, but there is a different body underneath that's responding to everything that you're doing. It's recording everything, it's altering its reality according to it, and it's determining, okay, this is safe and this is unsafe. So if you're used to a level of vibration, I'd say if you're used to a specific way of chaotic relationships, this is what seems safe and this is where I'm going to stay. That's why discomfort is very it's like, coming out of your comfort zone causes a lot of discomfort. We feel like I want to go back there. It's just a momentary phase of exposure always makes us fearful of uncertainty, but something about the human race is super fucking magnificent, is that we can communicate with ourselves and we can create our reality. We can tell ourselves like, okay, this feels so uncomfortable, I've never done it, but you can tell yourself, you can tell from here and here, you can tell the body that I am safe, this is just change. You got to trust and see those repetitive patterns in your past where the universe has delivered and has promised you that I'm gonna fucking take care of you, nothing bad is gonna happen. Like, it seems like it's, a mountain of a fucking problem, but it's not. It gets resolved. You should notice how challenges come in front of you and you can resolve 99% of them by resolving how you really feel inside. The spiritual hack to situations or problems is that don't be quick to respond on the outside, be quick to resolve it inside. See, why do you have anxiety? Why are you sitting with so much anxiety? Doesn't it make you feel uncomfortable? Would you not rather take maybe 5 days that make you feel absolutely fucking shitty to purge that emotion out, rather than escaping your whole life from it? Because you don't know that the amount of work that you're going to do in those 5 days is going to create a ripple effect for the next 15 years. It's going to change the trajectory of your life. And that's why your life is not changing, because it takes, first of all, it's a shitload of work, okay? The cream of the pie is actually the relationship that you develop with yourself, because you're carrying a baggage from the past, and the past that you haven't even lived. It's somatic memory, it's physical memory, it's biology, it's what has been passed on to you that you're trying to change the inner dialogue. Everything really starts from the inner dialogue, and it's also in the way in which first you wake up. How do you feel when you wake up, when you look at your life, the way it's gonna go? And how do you feel when you go to sleep at night? Because those are the two moments when you're waking from the unconscious to the conscious. You're waking up or you're going back into it. The dream state gives you a lot more answers than you realize about how your soul is really moving in life, how it really feels. So when you're waking up, you're coming back to reality and you're seeing how you really feel about this life that you've made of yourself. It's not about the cards that you're dealt with, it's about what you're doing with that hand now. And how do you really feel when you're going back to sleep? It's about the way that your body feels is going to tell you everything about where you are and exactly where you're aligning with the life that you really want.